we see that you've been closing deal left and right. You are one badass closer, man. Can you tell us story and how you started out?
Yeah, man, it was a crazy journey, and crazy how much has changed just in a year and a half. How much have changed. But a little bit about me is that, I'm 23 years old, so I'm still fairly young. Little experience, and I've gained a lot more experience within this 1 year than I ever have my whole life. And just about a year and a half ago, I thought, my whole life was over. Right, a year and a half ago, I dropped out of college. I dropped out after playing football, and I started working a job at LA Fitness. And I worked a job at LA Fitness not because I wanted to, but because I had to. I dropped out of college. I didn't want to be a bum on the couch. My parents were forcing me to actually get a job. They were forcing me to get a job, and so I decided, why not get a job in the fitness industry since I'm already, a fitness guy. So I started working at LA Fitness. I worked there for a while. I worked there for about a year and a half, 2 years. I worked there, and every single month I was getting paid about $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Okay,
And
it's a sales job, right?
yeah, it was just I just working at LA Fitness and selling memberships. I thought I was making good money, making $2,000 a month, but little did I know that I was missing out on a lot of money, but I was giving massive value. Every single week, I'll always be the top salesman. I was closing a lot of membership sales, but I was getting like $15 per sale. So I was making about $2,000 a month. And at this point, I'm staying with my girlfriend in her parents' basement. So I'm staying with my girlfriend in her parents' basement, making $2,000 a month. And my girlfriend already has a daughter. So she has a daughter too as well. So it already hurt my pride that I'm living with my family in my girlfriend's parents' basement, that I couldn't provide more. And I always wanted more, and I knew I was worth more. I always had that intuition that I wanted to be successful. I knew I could be successful. So it was up to me. And I knew that. I always told myself, it's up to me, it's about to be. So when I kept closing deals, and I started attracting things into my life, and people started, knowing I was good at communications. And so what I decided to do was, man, I feel like I'm really good salesman. I'm always crushing on my job. And so what I did was I went on the internet, and I started studying successful people because I wanted to be successful. I started studying how they think, what they do, who they're around. And I started, developing what I called my 5 basics of wealth creation. That's kind of what I noticed from studying successful people is 5 basic things, right? Who do you listen to? Your teachability index, your training balance scale, mastering the basics, how you process information. I started really, taking notes and understanding successful people. And so I said, you know what? Forget it. I went on social media and I started messaging a lot of social media influencers, a lot of business owners. And then I came across a guy named Boniface Agunti, who's actually from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I messaged him. I told him, hey, man, I'm working at LA Fitness. I'm working a job. I'm really good at what I do. I crush my sales. I would love to, be one of your sales reps. And he didn't know me from anywhere. And I didn't even think I'd get the opportunity because I messaged like 100 people prior. And he did actually, he did message me eventually. And when he messaged me, it was a perfect time because I hated my job at that time more than I ever did, because it was during December and I wanted to take a trip with my family. I'm like, I've been working so hard. I got, $500 saved up. I want to drive down, and go get a little hotel and stay with my family. $500. Yeah. That's all I had. I thought it was a lot of money, vacation money. Yeah. And he said, no, you can't leave. This is December. It's the hottest month in the fitness industry. You can't leave until April. So I was fed up. I was absolutely fed up. I was let down. I told my girl down. She was sad about it. So, and he hit me up saying, hey, I would love for you to come sell. I'm actually have some new openings to come down to the office. I can get you started by Monday. And this is Friday. So, and I knew I had the opportunity. So what I did was I went to my job and I quit.
Wow. Just like that?
I quit on the spot. My girl didn't know. Nobody knew. But there was something in me. My intuition told me that I could have more. And when the universe is calling you and you know that you deserve more and you want more, as long as you're willing, and I was willing to quit my job, I was willing to sacrifice something, and the universe said, okay, I'm going to give you what you want. So I quit my job, and the people at my job were looking at me funny. Why would you give up an opportunity to work at a job? Your secure job, you're safe. You're staying with your girlfriend's parents' basement. You're safe. I didn't feel safe. I wanted more. I'm a grown man. I wanted more for myself. So what I decided to do was quit my job, and I started working for this influencer. Never did high ticket closing. I'm used to closing memberships for $30 a month, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He told me what the deal was, and he kind of
Do you feel like it helped? Do you feel like it helped though?
It definitely helped. It opened up my mind because I didn't know about money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Money was something that was a surplus that everybody could have. I had something called a negative connotation. I believe that you had to be white to have money. I believe that you had to be older to have money. I believe that somebody in your family had to put you on, or you have to know somebody to have money. So, my whole culture shift. I had something called a paradigm shift in my mind. So I created a paradigm shift, and my thinking changed when he asked me selling products for $1,000. So I was like, I don't got $1,000 in my bank account, and you want me to sell something for $1,000? So I started studying the products. When I started studying the products, nobody really trained me. I didn't have a sales manager. Right. So now I know the importance of actually having a sales manager and how that can really shortcut your success. So I was just on the fly. I was given the opportunity and I had to learn the products. He told me what to go do, and I had to go learn it on my own. So I went and I learned on my own. And I'll show you guys a little bit about my journey too as well.
Yeah. Wait, is everything? Are you sharing the screen or something?
Yeah. Does it share?
I don't see it yet. Show in stream. I gotta show in the stream. Yeah. Do it again.
Access.
Oh shit, man! I gotta upgrade.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. So a little bit, when I first started closing my first week in sales, I did one sale. So I closed a $9.97 sale, and he's paying me 20% on commission. So he paid me 20% of commission. I got $200 check, and my mind was like, "Whoa, $200 check!" Yeah. It took me like days at work, a lot of sale just to make $200. So once I did that, the paradigm shift happened. Like, yo, you got to get better, because I believe my mentor told me that the better I get, the more money I could make. So I went from believing that you have a glass ceiling, that this is all you can make a year, $24,000. That's it. From there is no ceiling. The better you are, the more money you make. So the dog in me came out. The opportunity came out. I said, whoa, all I have to do was get better. So I went back to the basics. I went back to what I was doing that even got me the opportunity. Started studying successful people again, how they were, right? The second week I closed 8 sales. Right? I found out my secret. I closed 8 sales, something I naturally had too as well, the power to influence. I'm more aware of it now, but I didn't know I had it before. So the second week I closed 8 sales, I made $1,600. That's basically what I made in a whole month. So I just cut off a lot of time in my life. And the crazy thing is, my mentor told me something that I've never been asked to do my whole life, which is investing into myself. My mentor said that this $1,600 that you get, reinvest the whole back into yourself. So he took me to the mall. He told me to go buy some suits. So I went to the mall and I bought a couple suits, nice shoes, nice pants, nice, jackets, bought a couple of them. And I spent my whole check. Went back home and I had to explain to my girl why I spent my whole check. It wasn't pretty, but I had to sell her. You have to sell. Sales is everything in life. You have to sell your friends, sell your family, sell yourself on even eating healthy. So I had to sell my girlfriend to believe in my dream. So I said, everything will be okay. Just trust me. Invest into myself, not knowing what was going to happen, but I just knew that I had a work ethic and I wanted to change my life. So once I actually invested into myself, then I started feeling different. When you buy suits, sometimes people need stuff in their life to make them change who they are. So I needed to change that guy who was broke and poor and working at a job into this business person, because whoever you become, you'll get what that person acquires. If you become a business person, you'll get what business people have, which is money. So what I did was I changed my persona. I started wearing suits everywhere. So I started believing, I started putting, things in my brain that, hey, you deserve this. You belong here. You're a businessman. So I became a business person now, right? I wasn't just working a job no more. I went from working in a work attire to now working in business suits. So everything changed. So then I dove deep and I just started calling all day, every single day. I was calling when I wasn't supposed to. I was calling every time because I believe my mentor told me somebody's up somewhere in the world. So I started staying up all night, 2 a.m. I worked from 2 a.m. I worked from 6 a.m. all the way to 2 a.m. for like a whole month straight, that first month of me closing. I went calling, callbacks, calling people that have been called months ago. I was just calling, just trying to build my pipeline. And I just started getting better and better. And I started understanding that how you can really change somebody's mind. And if you're able to change somebody's mind, you're able to make them make a better decision. And so what I mean by that was I was able to change and create a paradigm shift in my mind to sell myself to become a business entrepreneur by getting suits, getting different things, and reading, books and studying successful people. Changed my mind and I changed my life. So then what I realized is that if I can do this to myself, I can transfer this to somebody else. So now all the leads that I was getting, I started realizing these people were just like me. They're looking for opportunity. They're looking to change their life. The reason why people inquire is because they want change. They want that product. They want that service that business owner or influencer has to help them change their business, their life, or whatever it may be. So then what I started doing was I developed something called my paradigm method, my linear paradigm method, which means that I transfer my personal development and my mindset onto the lead. So I make them think how I think. I make them believe what I believe. Right? I hold them accountable. What personal development does is hold somebody accountable, saying whatever happens in your life is because of you.
Yeah.
So I started holding the customers more accountable by putting more personal development into their minds. So it wasn't about me selling them no more. It was about me helping them.
Yeah.
I started telling them that you can accomplish anything in your life. Started giving them motivational, inspirational, and I started telling my story of how I overcame challenges. So all I really needed to do was give them the belief that it's not, you don't have to be white to be successful. You don't have to grow up with money to be successful. I made them believe that you can become successful no matter who you are. Right. So now once they believe that they can become successful with anything, now I give my offer at the end of the call and they like the offer because I sell it really good and I make it sound juicy. Now they believe they can do really well. You put those together, you get a sale. They're going to buy now, they're going to buy later. And I went through a period of my closing where people weren't closing when they said they were buy. People say I'll buy later, and then they weren't buying. So I was wondering, why do people do that? Why do they be like I'll buy later, but then they just don't buy?
That happened to a lot of people. That happened to every single closers.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of closers, and it'll always happen to closers because it's who people are. People are full of bullshit sometimes. But I learned that you can really decrease that percentage by holding your customers accountable. You hold them accountable, saying, whatever you're doing right now isn't working for you. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and you expect a different result, it's called insanity. I really put personal development into their minds. So now they're more likely to come back to me because they believe they have to change their life and that they can't change their life until they make changes into their life. So then they call back. They're more inclined because they're excited. They need to change their life. It's not about the product anymore. It's never about the product you're selling. It's about the person. Help the person however you can, and they'll come to you. Help people out, right? Science says that you reward good behavior. People is more inclined that people listen rather than punishing them on bad behavior. So I started rewarding these people by giving them mindset and letting them know you can do it. Giving them pump ups, like, you got this, right? It's just a mindset thing. Right, we're going to help you change your mindset. We're going to help you change your life. So now when they leave that phone call, they remember that, man, I just spoke to a motivational guy. This guy really held me accountable. He really helped me out. They're not even thinking about the product no more. They're thinking about me. People sell people. Right? They'll always go away. You can run a webinar and you could close people on your webinar, but people to people transaction will never go away because we can influence each other more than any robot can.
That's true.
Right. So when you focus on helping people, you're focused on really, changing their life. So I also have my proven script that I developed, which is a 12-step method that's going to help you, build rapport with customers, and then also be able to help people, get more accountable, hold them more accountable by motivating them, inspiring them more. Yeah. So when I'm on my calls, I really focus on helping the person.
Yeah.
So throughout the whole call, I'm giving them an offer. So I do a lot of e-commerce. I work with a lot of e-commerce influencers who sell their courses. And when people inquire, and they want to learn how to start their own online businesses, right? Which is a super easy sell to me because who doesn't want to start their own business? So I mean, this is fun. Closing is fun. And the biggest thing that I can give to anybody watching this is that it's not about your product. It's not about who you're closing for. is about you. You have to be able to change your mind. You have to start thinking like the business owners you're closing for. You're not just a closer. You're way more valuable than that.
Yeah.
Right. You have to start putting yourself in the business owner mind. You have to be a business owner. What you do is a business. So I take it serious, and that's why I make so much money like a business owner, because I'm looking at this as a business, right? So I really help people. And then what I learned to do was I started, working with my friends and stuff like that. I tested a lot of people out, and I started teaching them my method. And now these guys are closing, anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 a week just from using the same method, just from helping people and not focusing on the sale. Yeah. I never focus on the sale. I focus on helping the person.
Okay.
I can help the person, which is, not true, because I believe I can help anybody I'm on the call with, because you schedule for a call. Okay. Right? You guys have to understand, everybody wants what you're offering. They want it. That's why they schedule for a call. That's why they want to change their life. People want something. You just have to identify that need.
Yeah.
Wish I could share my screen. I would have showed you guys some stuff. But yeah, man, what are some things you want to talk about, Quan?
Yeah, man. How do you find a closer? How do you define a good closer?
So you want to find a good closer, based on.
I say define. How do you define? Yeah.
I would define a closer as somebody who finishes the sale, who is there to give somebody absolute certainty. It's not there. We're not here to sell nobody. I don't sell people. I even tell the people on the phone. I tell them I'm a closer sometimes. This is what I do, and they don't mind being closed because they understand they're already sold. Right? I'm not here to sell anybody on anything. If I do sell anybody on the phone call, I'm selling them on themselves.
Yeah.
I sell them on themselves. But a closer is to give somebody certainty, to let them know they're making the right decision. So that's focus on helping them more so they can know they're making the right decision. It's not about the product.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And what would it take to become a good closer?
So I like that question right here. Let me Can you still see me?
Yeah. It's gotten pretty dark though.
No, I had some stuff here. Okay. Yeah. So what it takes to be a great closer is you have to be patient. You have to be patient on the phone call. You can't rush any call, right? Yeah. One deadly punch is better than 50,000 weak punches, right? So you want to be able to really focus on the call, and you want to, be a good listener. Find and identify somebody's problem. Really figure out their problems and what's going on. Figure out their current situation. You want to identify somebody's current situation, and really just be somebody who's really caring, somebody who really wants to help somebody, right? Because these people want to change their life. We're not scammers. We're not here to scam people. We're not here to just get a quick sale and make a quick buck. That's not what we're here for. We're here to help somebody. So you need to be a good listener. You also want to know how to be able to ask great questions.
Yeah.
You want to know how to ask great questions, because questions isn't building rapport, but question is good for digging. So the customers can answer it, so you can use what they're answering against them. Yeah. And towards them, right? And you also want to be confident. You want to be super confident. Salespeople, we're probably the most confident, cocky, however you want to call it, type of people. We're very confident because you have to be. You have to be super confident because the customer isn't confident. Yeah. You cannot have the customer having more confidence than you. So you want to be able to be very confident so you can transfer that confidence to the person you're speaking. Yeah. Because if they're confident, they wouldn't be on the phone like that. So you want to transfer their confidence to them. And then you also want to be a very friendly person. Learn to like people and learn for people to like you. Right? You have to be comfortable with that. This is a people game, right? So you want to be friendly with people. You want to be nice. You want to be able to small talk. Small talk is key, right? So you want to be able to know how to be friendly. You also want to be, relentless. You need to be relentless. Closers are relentless. If you guys watch The Wolf of Wall Street, he's called the Wolf of Wall Street for a reason. You want to be a wolf. You want to be relentless towards what you want, your goals. Your goals shouldn't just be able to close a sale. Your goal is to be able to change your life. How you change your life is by closing more sales. Yeah. Gotcha. So you want to be relentless all the time. And you also want to be good at follow-ups, have a system down, organization. Yeah. Okay. That's something I pride my guys on, is that organization is king, because you're going to lose money. You're going to lose on opportunities if you're not organized, no matter how you are. When I started being more organized, I doubled my sales.
And how do you keep things organized?
So how I keep things organized is if you don't have a system like I have, because I have like a system, but what I encourage people to do is use Google Sheets, right? So I design a Google Sheet for every time I'm on a phone call with somebody, right? I'm putting their full name in there. I'm putting their full names down and the date that I'm speaking with them. And then when I'm done with the call, I put them on, a certain category, whether they bought right now, they want to call closed, whether they're going to buy later, or whether they want to reschedule. Those are the three things I put them in.
Okay.
When I get off the phone with somebody, they buy now, they buy later, or they reschedule because they were busy.
Okay. So it's kind of like you have a certain categories, right? Let's say like 50% of closing rate that this person is going to close 50% chance, and this person 70. This person most likely not going to get back to you. Is that right?
Yes. So with my system, I'm also able to track people, whether they fill out a survey or whether they don't fill out a survey. And I started realizing that people who actually, fill out a survey are more likely to buy. And I started figuring out different things. And I also put notes on every single body that after I've done speaking with them, I put down what type of personality they had.
Yeah.
So I put down, hey, I was speaking to somebody who's super energetic. So now that I know when I'm speaking to somebody who's just like me, energetic and outgoing, I close them more. So when I'm on the phone with somebody, instantly my brain's like, you have a higher chance of closing this person.
Yeah. Okay.
Or my brain will tell me you need to get this person more outgoing.
Yeah. And how do you deal with inconsistency? Because that's the problem that I personally have, and I feel like a lot of closers have the problems from time to times.
So are you saying when you say inconsistency, like the motivation?
Yeah, like sometimes you feel like on top of the world, right? You close deals straight 5 days a week, right? And then the next week you ain't got any sales. You ever have that happen to you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you're a closer, then you're gonna get ups, you're gonna get downs. This is not supposed to be easy. That's the first thing. Know what you're getting yourself into. If you want to be successful, it doesn't matter if you're playing basketball, football, whether you're going to school, college, whether you're working at a corporate job, you're gonna have times that you do not feel like doing shit and you feel like you're at the top of the world, now you're down. You're always gonna have that in life, no matter what you're doing. So it's not just closing. So how you want to be able to get over that is first you want to identify what your goal is. Me, I know I want to be massively successful. I want to be a multi, 10-figure person. I want to make $1 billion, and I believe I can. Yeah. So I have to know what comes with me making a lot of money, which is sacrifices, which is a lot of down times, which is all that. But all that is meant. You can't have the reward without going through these things, these down times. Right? Because these down times is where I learned from. So when you're having these down times, you want to figure out is because when you're having these down times, you're not making money. So you want to figure out, why am I not closing as many deals? Is it external? Right? And then also, who are you around? Because if you're closing by yourself and you don't have a nice group like you have, or you have a sales manager like me, or you don't have a team that can hold you accountable, it's a lot easier for you to fail and for you to lose motivation not to close. Right? You want to be around people who have what you want and been where you've been. You want to be around people who you're just alike or aspiring to be like, so we can hold you accountable. Because when you take a coal out of the fire, it stops burning, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are closing by themselves. You're not burning. Yeah. You're not burning, right? I love having a team. We motivate each other. In our group, we're always boom, 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 boom. When I see someone make a sale, I want to make some money. I don't care if I'm having a bad day or not. Yeah. Right? So I give my guys sales. I give them sales all the time. I make sure everybody eats. So when you're around people, they're going to hold you accountable. And if you're not making money, it's easy for you to go down. So you want to make sure you make money, right? You want to make sure you close. And then on top, personal development, guys. Watch and study successful people and how they think. How they think. They're not successful for what they're doing. They're successful because of who they are. Every industry you're in, you're going to have down times. You guys are not just closer. You guys are going to be successful business owners. Yeah. You guys are successful entrepreneurs. You're not just a sales rep. So you have to study the people you're closing for. How did they get there? I study my mentor. I study the person I close for. Why do they have down times too when they're not getting a lot of sales? But they stick to it. Right? The people who stick to it enjoy everything from all the people who didn't stick to it. Yeah. Right. That's true. So you want to just understand where your goal is. Your goals want to have a beer bottle standards with a champagne. You don't want to have a beer bottle standing with a champagne vision. You want to be like, oh, yeah, I want to be the best closer in the world. Then you go a week without closing. You're like, I hate closing. You want to have a beer bottle, vision with a beer with a beer bottle standard. You want to be congruent with your goals and your standards. So if you want to be a closer, you have to understand that, sometimes you're not going to get as many sales, and sometimes it's not even your fault. But you callbacks. My mentor used to tell me, you're looking the wrong way on the calendar.
Yeah.
So I got that hustle out of me. I said, it's uncomfortable to pick up a phone call, from months ago, but I'm gonna do it because I got to change my life. I got to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept on doing it, grinded it out, and it makes you better. You don't see yourself growing. That's the one thing about closing and just in life. You don't see yourself growing and getting better. It compounds. Yeah. If I plant a tree outside, you're not gonna see that tree grow until 10 years. You'll be like, dang, this tree is big. Right. So when you're closing and you're calling callbacks and you're like, man, I'm not getting no results, I'm not motivated. Just understand everything you're doing is compounding and affecting your future. Because what you could be doing is nothing. And that's what compound and affect your future. You're gonna
you read the Compound Effect book by Darren Hardy?
Great book. Great book. Yeah. Right. Great book.
That's that book right here. Guys, if you guys wanna, this is the formula that literally every single millionaire and billionaire use. You must use this formula in order to achieve your success, right? Because I think what happened in this digital age is that a lot of people are looking at, let's say people selling Amazon, doing real estate wholesaling. I'm like, dude, this guy making so much money. He has a Ferrari. Let's go over there, And we always have this mindset where it's like grass on the other side is always greener.
Yep.
Yeah.
And guys, if the grass ain't greener on your side, you got to go hop the fence and go on and find a different green grass. You want to keep working, right? There's no simple way of success. There's a reason why 5% of people have to do what they want versus the other 95 who do what they have to do. Because you have to keep going. This is a long term. The marathon continues. You want to be consistent with your sales. Even if you're not getting results, you want to be consistent with the work ethic.
Yeah.
Well, it will compound. The next thing you'll know, you'll be like, man, I went from making $24,000 in 1 year, quit my job, and I was literally like this and like this and like this, working, grinding, and boom.
Yeah.
And boom.
Take off, right?
Right. So my overnight success took 1.5 years. Who knows? It could have took there's a lot of stuff that I did before, even at my job, that helped me do what I'm doing now. So you never know. I thought, I hated what I was doing, but for me, keep doing what I hated made me to find what I love and had a passion for. So keep going, guys. Like, there's so much money in this world too. So when you're on the phone with these guys and these customers, and you're on the phone with your leads and stuff like that, put the sale in the back. I don't say my offer until the end anyway. Right.
Yeah.
When I first get on the phone call with somebody, the number one thing I'm first doing is I'm establishing my authority. Right. I establish my authority. I build rapport and I do small talk. So I'll be like, "Hey, Quan, how you doing today?" Or I say, "Hey, Quan, how you doing today?" Right. So I'd say, "Hey, Quan," right? Because then you sound like it's a friend calling. You'd be like, "Huh, who's it?" Like, "Hey, this is Detrice. I'm Boniface Agunti executive." So now I established myself saying I'm an executive. So now you're like, Boniface Agunti, okay. Then we just start doing some small talk. How's your day going? Right? Yeah, man. This crazy what's happening in the world right now. This pandemic. Are you staying safe out there? I do a little small talk for 2 minutes. If you're expert, do it for 2 minutes. If not, you might need to do it for more so you can learn how to small talk and build rapport.
Yeah.
Right when I'm with my small talk, I establish my control. Where I state my agenda right away. I say, hey. So how the call is going to go is I'm going to start by asking you some questions about yourself and about your application that you send through. And then if it sounds like we're a good fit for each other, then I'm going to let you know what we have to offer at the end of the call.
Yeah.
I do that to establish authority and let them know that you can't just ask me how much it is. I'm going to ask you questions. That. And they say, okay. Right. I also let them know that we have to be a good fit for each other. So I'm letting you know right away, it's not just about you. We have something great to offer, and we want to make sure you qualified. So consciously in their head, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready. And then right away, I jump into understanding the current situation. right? Even though I know they want to start a business, but what are you doing right now? I figure out the current situation. I'm digging. I'm asking them questions. I'm building rapport with them, and I'm making them feel like everything is their idea.
Yeah.
Right. I'm asking what their goal is, and I'm asking them, what they're currently making, so I acknowledge the gap. Why aren't you getting to your goals?
Yeah.
And they'll tell me why they're not getting to their goals. So perfect. Now they just gave me a problem for me to solve. Hey, solve this problem in the program. You're having problems doing it by yourself? Well, this program is going to help you do it with each other. So I acknowledge that gap.
Yeah.
Right? And I give permission for me to share. Then I ask them, are you ready for me to, say what I have to offer? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. Then I state what I have to offer at the end.
Yeah.
Once I state what I have to offer and how it works, I shut up. I've been on the phone for 2 minutes after I stated what I offer and how juicy it was, and they're so excited, and I was quiet for 2 minutes. I never want to ask for the sale because I believe what I offer is so good that I want you to ask.
Gotcha.
So I've been quiet for 2 minutes. It was crickets on the phone. And he's like, so how do I get started? So then once they ask you how to get started, and I have some other tricks too if you don't want to wait for 2 minutes. What I do sometimes just ask them, is there any other question that you might have that maybe I didn't answer, or are you ready to get started right away?
Yeah.
So then they'll say, I'm ready to get started right away. And then you guys want to learn also how to get your customers in a yes mode. Right? A yes mode is going to help you increase your sales. Yeah. Get someone saying yes, 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 yes throughout the whole call.
Yeah.
You ask them, are you ready to get started? More likely for them to say yes. It's how the brain works. That's how science works. So while I'm doing my offer, I'm saying like, hey, have you ever wanted to start your business before? Yes. Do you know what drop shipping is? Yes. Have you, how would life be once you start making $2,000 a month? A day. That would be great, right? Yes. I keep asking them questions that I know they're going to say yes on, because when I get to the sale now is I'm telling them, I'm asking them, are you ready to get started? And they're going to more likely say yes because they're so used to saying yes. Even if they don't have it, sometimes they'll still say yes because they're just excited.
Yeah. Anyway, do you guys have any questions? This is the time to ask questions right now.
Let's get it, guys. Let's ask some questions. It's a lot of money out there, man. I went from making $24,000 a year to now in 1 year I did over 300 grand.
Wow, that's crazy, man. 1 year.
This year I'm on track to do 750. Just from closing. I'm putting systems in place because when you guys become so good at closing, you guys can be able to help other people close. And now you can lay your foundation down. You don't have to make as many calls. So you want to work hard, super hard, and show other people how to work hard.
Yeah. So how do you what's your routine look like?
So my routine is I wake up in the morning. I turn on some motivational right away, right? Some inspirational stuff, and not like Liz Miles or Eric Thomas, stuff like that. I listen to successful business owners who are motivating, like Kevin Tredone. I don't know if you guys ever, my online mentor is Kevin Tredone. You guys should really check this guy out. Kevin Tredone will change your life. So I listen to a lot of personal development stuff, Zig Ziglar, old school stuff about personal development that I put in my mind right away, so I feel good. Yeah. Right. If you listen to good motivational, positive stuff, you'll feel good. Right. So I start my day by me feeling good, and I'll read a book for like 30 minutes, and I'll do like Dan Locke affirmations. I'll do some affirmations. Yeah. I do my affirmations, I pray, and then boom, I hop into it, hop on my computer. First thing I check on my computer is my followers.
What time is that when you start working?
So I normally start working by 7 a.m. Oh no, when I start working by 8 a.m.
Okay.
So I work by 8 a.m. when I start looking at my callback list. Who is ready to pay today? Who said they're ready to pay today? And I put those people down, and I make sure that I call them those times that they're ready. Right away, I stay organized. And then I hop onto my calendar. I look at the calendar because my calls start at 9 a.m. So I look at my calendar and I see what calls are first. And I click on that person's name, and I'll go on their Facebook or Instagram and try to find their name.
Yeah.
What type of person is this? Okay, cool.
That's actually a great tip. That's a great tip because you can feel that person. You can feel what kind of person they are. Yeah. And you make that mental connection.
Mental connection. And also, this person's an athlete. Well, now I'm gonna be an athlete on the phone.
Yeah.
This person knows a lot about Star Wars. Well, I got to know a lot about Star Wars now when I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
Now I'm hitting them with all type of stuff, and now we're like best friends, right?
Yeah.
They need to like you and get them to trust you. So build rapport. So I do that, understand them, and then I get to work. And then by the time I get to sleep, when I'm done, closing deals, and I'm done training my guys, and I'm done, doing everything by like 8, 9 a.m., I'm already, watching personal development stuff again.
Yeah. Wow.
Fill your head with positivity and personal development, so you can be able to transfer that. The goal is not just for me to keep it; it's for me to transfer it. And even if I give you tips and personal development, it doesn't leave from me. We both win.
Yeah.
So when I put that in the customer, it shows them that I care. I just gave them free game.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's great, man. So how do you like keep yourself so focused during this, distracted world?
Mm-hmm.
There's all technology, there's phones, Facebook, and we're always constantly on internet. I mean, we work on internet.
Always on.
So how do you do that?
Is figure out you guys' goal. Like, what my real motivation isn't by listening to successful people. My real motivation was when, I had to, my girl's birthday and I couldn't, buy her nothing nice. When I go to the dealership and I see other people buying the cars of their dreams and I can't buy that car. My motivation came from staying in my girlfriend's basement, sleeping there.
Yeah.
Came from dropping down, and people thought that why did this kid give up a D1 scholarship and now he's going to fail the rest of his life. So my motivation came from proving people wrong. So I'm focused on proving people wrong and helping my family out and changing my life. So when I'm having down times, I remember how it was staying in my girlfriend's basement.
Yeah.
Focused. I need to change my life.
Okay. So you keep the bad times in front of you so that you can, remain focused on achieving your goals and not you running away from something.
Yes.
That's a very good tip that the Dwayne Johnson has.
Yep. Mental, right? Sometimes like you guys watch the Michael Jordan documentary, he had to make himself believe stuff just to go out there and perform. So I have to create desperation, inspiration in my mind.
Yeah.
Right? There's two things that make people change their life. That's inspiration and that's desperation. Two things, right? When I see somebody like Quan, I'm like, man, young entrepreneur doing his thing. That's crazy, man. You're going to get inspired. You want to go out there and do something.
Yeah.
I look at the same you, I could be like, man, this kid's young and he's crushing it. What the hell am I doing on the couch? I got to get up. I got to go do something. I got to get desperate. Man, my rent is due and I don't have no money. I got to go read up. I got to go figure out something. I got to get desperate. So inspiration and desperation. When you have both of those things, you're going to be good. But you really only need one.
Yeah, yeah. So let's answer some of the people questions. So tip on how to find influencer.
Yep. So a tip on how to find influencer, first is you want to, if you already have an interest that you want to do, like if you're like, I like, online businesses, e-commerce. Well, there's millions of e-commerce, people are freelancers out there. If you want to, do advertising, SMMA, right? That's something you're interested. Find an influencer from a skill set that you're interested in, so you can learn it while you're helping people.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn how to do something, look up influencers that actually do that thing, right?
Yeah.
And then when you find that influencer that do that things, how you identify if that's an influencer you want to work with, not. You want to know, is this person growing?
Okay.
Yeah, some success, but are they growing, right? You want to identify if somebody growing. Look at their followers, right? Check back in with them. What are they saying? Are they posting content every single day? I only work with influencers that work as hard as me.
Yeah.
We match. The reason why I'm so successful in my field, because I found somebody who's very successful in his field that have the same work ethic. So we clap. My influencer doesn't take a day off. He works hard. So if you're somebody who's like super passionate, find someone who's super passionate. If you're with somebody who's introvert and still successful, find somebody who's an introvert and still successful, and that's the influencer you want to work with. Work with people who are just like you.
Yeah.
Work with people who are just like you, and find something that you want to learn, and that's what you want to be closing. Because I wanted to learn how to start an online business, so I started closing for a guy who helps people start an online business. Now I know how to start an online business, and I can help people start an online business. So I sell my friends. I sell people on my own influence. I don't need his anymore. I can do it on my own.
Yeah.
Because of who I am.
Great tip, man. And what kind of methods do you message them on Facebook, LinkedIn, or
So I know, like, what do you mean, like methods? As far
like
as
how do you reach out to them?
so
Like,
Instagram DMs, like right now I'm at the point where I have virtual assistants that actually go out there and contact and message a bunch of influencers, right? So you can go on Facebook, just like how me and Quan connected. Go on Facebook, message people, right? You
yeah,
guys gotta don't be afraid to message people. Don't be afraid to support yourself. Before anybody supports you, you have to support yourself. So you have to go out there to influencers, message them, show them your worth, show them your value, message a bunch of them. Somebody's gonna respond to you. Somebody will. Because the one thing for a closer, we're always needed. Who doesn't want to have somebody sell for them? So message a bunch of people and see who's willing to give you an opportunity. And if they give you an opportunity, so you want to complete those tasks.
Yeah.
Like me, influencer said, I can't work with them with the fucked up mindset. I gotta change my mindset. So I had to go change my mindset.
Yeah. Okay. And this person, are you using a CRM to keep yourself organized?
So I was using a CRM, but I got into some coding. I got some people to do some coding for me with some Google Sheets. So I have a personalized CRM with some sheets, but I don't use CRMs no more. I used to use a CRM, but things are growing too much, and with the CRM, I don't really need a CRM to close. It's pretty simple what we do. So it's like I just got to be organized. It's pretty simple. I just need to know, because everybody I'm on the phone with is buying now or buying later. I use at least the cool CRM stuff for the business owners. Let them do that. You focus on you closing deals. You focus on you being organized by yourself. You don't need a CRM. You got to be creative yourself. I just went on Google Sheet, made a few things, buy now, buy later, and reschedule. Because if I'm on the phone with, that's what I'm expecting out of them. I don't expect them to say they don't want it.
Yeah. So here's my opinion. I say that being a great closer, right? It's not too much about tactics. It's about who you become, and you attract your dream clients. You become your dream clients. Those that buy on the phone right away, and those willing to invest, and those who understand the value in investing themselves. Would you agree to that?
Absolutely. You attract yourself. I feel every call I'm on, I can find a way for people to like me, because people, there's the thing about everybody you're on the phone with, right? And I wrote that down here too, so I can share with you guys. This is going to be super important, so you can understand what types of people that you're actually speaking with, and so you can understand a client more. Where is it? So when you guys are on a lead, or you guys are speaking to a lead or a potential clients, right? Their mentality is they want what they can't have. These people on the phone want what they can't have. People chase what runs away from them. People only value what they chase for, right? And people love accountability, right? When you understand what people want and how to influence them, you can guide them to make the right decision.
Yeah. People want what they can't have, and they want somebody to keep accountability for, right? To keep them accountable for.
People love that.
If you can keep them accountable, then it's a home run.
Yes. And also be somebody who can help somebody be accountable. And how you do that is by becoming more. You have to help yourself first. You have to change the way you think. You have to hold yourself accountable. Thinking mentality holds people accountable. Like I can't sleep in and not work because my mind is going to tell me, why are you not working? Then you really don't want your goals. Then a part of me is like, I do want my goals, and I get up and I start working.
Okay.
You have to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah. And so I wanna talk about the people that I knew I want to get into closings and find an influencer. But more importantly, right? During this time where everybody's staying home, and I understand a lot of people are not feeling well about their life. When you're on the phone, you just scroll on Instagram, you see other people achieving great things. You're at home lonely, and some people might feel depressed, right? And during this time. And I know you got out of your, darkness. You're like Batman. What is your tip for people to get out of darkness?
First, I mean, you guys are realizing this and you're in darkness. I'll tell you myself. Your current situation is not your final destination. Nothing in life is final. Success is not final, right? Success is not final, and neither is failure is final. So once you understand that, you have to be able to figure out what you want. Like, focus on your goals. Like, if you're down and you're depressed, that means you're lacking something. You're lacking something, right? I was lacking freedom because I was tied down to a job. I was lacking money. I was broke. I was depressed. I was down. I went through financial troubles. I owed debt. And I just had to realize, even though all this stuff was going on around me, that my current situation is not my final destination. So then you have to be, and it's hard for me to give someone motivation. That's why it's very good for you to find inspiration and find some type of desperate, situation that you can put your mindset in that's going to allow you to get up. And the first thing you want to do is, I'll suggest you guys go on YouTube, guys. There's so much free stuff. There's so much information now. We're in the 21st century. We have no excuse not to want more anymore in the information era. So you literally just go on YouTube and look at some inspirational stuff. Find people who are in your current situation that overcame something. Because for every situation you're in life, somebody overcame that obstacle and became successful. For every situation you can name.
Yeah. And I just feel like a lot of people, when they in that darkness, right, when they're not feeling well, when they're feeling desperate, they in this loop, infinite loop of waiting for things to be perfect, for the right thing, or for like the mighty God to come down and like give them the definite purpose.
It's not gonna happen. Gotta be around people. Find people. Like, you're not strong in their environment. If I leave somebody on an island and you were broke and you had nothing and you were starving, your head hurt, you'd be depressed too. You're not strong in their environment. So you have to be able to change your environment. Be around people who have what you want and have been where you've been. And be around people who you aspire to be like, or who are just like you, right? That want more. So you want to change your environment. If I'm not getting my success, that means nobody around me is helping me to contribute to my success. So therefore, it's hard and it's going to look dark. So you have to remove yourself. I had to remove myself from my job. It was scary. It was a toxic environment. People there, they wanted more, but they weren't willing to do more. I was in, so I had to remove myself from that. I had to remove myself from, friends that rather go hang out and party and go downtown and drink. I removed myself from that environment, and I was around people who were like, I want to make $1 million. So how you can't be depressed in a situation that's all positive. The positivity will cancel it out. It's easy to be negative in a negative situation. We're human beings, we adapt. So if you're in a negative situation, you want to figure out who are the friends or who are the people that are winning. And if you don't have people that are winning in your life, that's the wonderful thing about the life we live in. You can go on the internet. You can find great people like you.
One last tip. You guys could go on this group, right, and make a post and tell them, be open to other people. Like, tell them your story. Tell them like how you feeling, right? I don't care how sad it is. It's cool. Right? It's cool to let it all out and let us know who you really are. And more importantly, ask people to role play, right? And if you get along with that person, hey, why don't you guys be an account, see that buddy as a success buddy, instead of a time every single week when you can chat up with that person and discuss win and loss. So essentially what I learned from you is that have an accountability partner, right?
Yep.
Somebody going to keep you in charge. Somebody going to push you. It's like having a gym buddy.
All right. See, that's just like having a gym buddy. You need to have a gym buddy. Right? Message, just have fun with this. It's supposed to be fun, guys. Success is fun. Success just means that you're working towards something. People never work towards anything. Right? Most people don't work towards what they really want. People in life just work, right? When you start working towards something that you want, it's not always going to be beautiful. It's going to be ugly. But if you're working towards it, you're going to reap the benefits of it. You're going to feel successful, even if you're just making an extra $3,000-$4,000 a month. It's not about the money anymore, guys. I went from $24,000 a year to multiple six figures a year later, and I'm still the same motivated, inspiring person. You know, I just got more money. That's all it means. But I want more. You're always going to want more money anyway. So now you just focus on my true purpose. Find your true purpose. Help people. That's why I believe closers are here for. We're here to really give people certainty and help people. We're not here to sell people bad stuff, right? Just like there's bad cops right now, there are bad closers who do that. That's not our job. So when I'm on the phone with people, I really care about them.
Yeah, yeah. And so one of the guys said the problem is I'm more determined, but Facebook allows me to can message 500 people on Facebook. Well, the problem is then that is the problem. So what's the solution, right? You got to find the solution.
Yep, that's what we do. I think about stuff. There's LinkedIn, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's so many. You
can even message influencer on Facebook. So like, let's say you can go like, okay, make money on Amazon, and there will be a lot of influencers that make videos selling, you know, their courses on Amazon. Message them.
There's groups, there's private groups, just like how I got in this group. This is how you guys got in this group. Request to get in a group and talk your stuff and post there consistently. Get yourself out there. You can go on Facebook right now and you can look for. There's a group called. Let's show you guys. It's called. I have it right here too. I'll show you guys how to get into this. It's a group for course creators.
Yeah. Is it consulting?
So it's clients and community. A group for coaches and course creators.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll actually copy this.
And make yourself known, guys. You gotta make yourself known. Like make posts in the group, ask people to role play, get your name out there.
Yeah, this is for everybody. Like you guys just want to be proactive. Like nobody's gonna change your life. You have to change your life. You have to be the biggest supporter in your life. Don't wait for people to repost you. Don't wait for people to call you and be like, hey, I want you to close for me. Right. When I started working with my first influencer, we had some ups and downs because it came a point where he was so focused on doing something else, he wasn't generating leads. So I wasn't eating.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my goodness, this is all I have. So what I decided to do was I can't just sit down and fold. That's why I love mentality and personal development, because it shows you how to overcome challenges. So what I decided to do was, if I'm a great closer and I can help this business owner make over $100,000 and help him make $400,000 in a month, then I can be able to help for somebody else's business, because I believe all sales are the same. It's just a message at the end. There's an open to close. So what I did was I reached out to different influencers. Boom, 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 boom. I even reached out to some people I closed. Boom, 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 boom. And I got in contact with some people too. And I had like the next day I had like 20 people, right? I mean, maybe you guys may not get as much as I did, but I had like 20 people wanted me to close from them. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do all these people. Never mind. So I started, reaching out to certain people and qualifying them and making sure I did want to close for them or not. And I found some people and I started closing for various influencers. Then I realized, man, I'm closing for too many influencers now, and I have too many leads. So now I was like, man, you know what? I can get influencers whenever now, because I established myself in the game with some big influencers that recommended me. So then I started reaching out to my friends and people who are like money hungry and wanted to learn a new skill. People who've never done sales before. I said, I'll teach you guys how to do it. So they're willing. So I took the people that are willing, mentored them, gave them my time, gave them my sales. Now they're doing anywhere from $1 to $10,000 a week, just closing for different influencers, right? Wow. And the reason why they're closing consistency, and I have my own office now, is because we're together. We close together. We hold each other accountable.
Yeah. So you have your closer in your office, or just you guys?
I have an office too as well. So I just actually got an office that I'm renting out. So I have my own office. No business owner gave it to me to do anything. I went out there and got my own office, did all this stuff by myself, because it's so easy to do what we do, guys. We have the luxury of just closing. We're not selling.
Yeah.
Big difference. We're closing people who already want stuff. There's a huge difference between selling and closing. Don't oversimplify this stuff. These people already want what you're giving them. Just close, help them out. People's mindset are fucked up. Yes. If you change somebody's mindset so it's not fucked up, now you're talking to somebody that you can have a great conversation with. Now you can have a great conversation with them, ask them some good questions, motivate them, throw some tips at them. Now you explain what you have to offer to them, and they'll buy it because they like you. You help them change their mind. You give them free game before they even bought anything from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're gonna
good stuff, man.
I even tell the people that I'm on the phone with, yeah, check me out on Instagram. Check, here, follow me on Instagram so you know who so you can put a face with the name. So then you also want to be able to build your own personal platforms. Build your platforms, look professional, say what you do, and be, post good content, motivational content. So when people go to your page, they can respect you.
Yeah. Wow. That was gold, man. I really appreciate your time. And I feel like you have inspired a lot of people in this group, right? Especially during this time where everybody's feeling down, people feeling lost and, desperate. So I really appreciate your time, man. And hope you see you around.
Absolutely, man. It was great talking to you guys too as well. Just have a blessed day.
Yep. See you guys.